Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. May 26th, 2015. Welcome once again to the award-winning Squared Circle. Hollywood J. Williams here. Say hi, everyone. Please
hi,
understand.
everyone.
And over here we got Ruckus over in Studio B over here. Ruckus, what's up, man? How's it been?
Oh, it's been a wonderful day. It's
really
interesting. Yes, it's interesting. We've got a lot to get to. Hopefully, we have some footage available.
Right.
We're still on the fence about that.
This woman needs no introduction here. Aubrey St. John.
Good thing I didn't say it, because I always get your name wrong.
You always do.
Yes.
So one of these days I'm going to get her name wrong.
I've done it on several occasions.
Yeah. Yes, you have. So
matches, I'm being told, are available.
Yes.
And we will be able to play them.
Excellent.
At our leisure.
All right.
So,
Excellent.
I don't know. Are you guys all ready? There's some beautiful Bridgeport footage.
Yeah. I mean, you want to get to that, and then we'll get to the news and everything afterwards.
We'll get to the news and everything afterwards because, once again, proof positive, we go out and we support it.
And,
it's an aggressive campaign, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
We're going to be everywhere. We're going to be thorns in their sides. Some people are going to see me in their nightmares when they go to sleep.
I do.
Well, yeah.
Hello.
Indeed, the Squared Circle is running wild like a red-headed stepchild.
That's it. Wow. Yes. So whenever the gentle women and gentle ladies in back are ready to roll that beautiful Bridgeport footage, we can go for it, man. Whatever you're, just put it on there. Report it.
Here we are.
Promote it.
ECPW. Now, our correspondent Aubrey was actually in one of these matches. And,
right.
We're just showing you highlights. We do have the full card, and we are providing that to the promoter. We're actually the only camera crew there that got this shot uninterrupted. All the other cameras are on the floor with people walking in front of it, standing in front of the ring.
Right.
So you're seeing some of the high spots.
Up in the bird's nest.
Yes.
Right.
And you can see PWA's Jekyll in the right corner there.
Right.
As well as later on you're going to see Dan the Man and former guest of our show, Bulldog Blansky on the far right. Bulldog
Blansky, this is the first time we're seeing him in-ring competition in at least 10 years.
Yeah, it was around 10 years, yeah. According to him, he said 10 years.
I remember the last time he competed, it was somewhere in Northford, and that was about 10 years ago, and this is Bridgeport.
And obviously, last week you saw our interview with Bulldog and my axe handle to the Bulldog. And he was happy to be with us, and he's just a great guy, and he wants to come back. He's just so busy, but we will have him back in studio. We may have to do a pre-tape just to suit his schedule.
Yeah,
but
we have that capability.
Of course. But Bulldog will not be seen on any other show in Connecticut.
No.
He has guaranteed that. We have exclusive rights to Mr. Blansky.
Right.
And there he goes now.
And once again, we have that right there in the middle of the screen is the Squared Circle emblem. You can't really make it out too well.
But it's there. It's watermarked.
It's watermarked. It is right there.
There it is.
We get credit for it no matter where it goes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's there, and of course this match we're watching, as well as the other matches on the card, were filmed in beautiful high definition.
Well, how else would you want to see Aubrey? You wouldn't want to see her any other way than HD.
By our award-winning cameraman Dylan Zimmerman.
That's correct.
There's another girl there. I don't know where I've seen her before, but
I don't think she measures up to Aubrey, though.
No.
She's irrelevant.
Indeed.
Somebody they
We're going to get some mail. Send your letters.
Definitely. Great. Nice to see a battle royal at the Indies.
Yes.
Always is. I can't get over the angle of this footage. They had the perfect, you know.
Well, you know, when you have
Perfect
professional
place.
equipment and professional people running the show, you get professional quality.
Right.
Is that the corrector in the corner?
Yes, it is. The corrector did double duty.
Right.
And
Jerk.
yeah, you had a little run-in with him, huh?
Yeah.
But we had a really good time, and of course, as you see on our webpage, our Facebook page, Jimmy Snuka sat right in front of our banner the whole night, and couldn't have been more gracious to us. And we sat next to him, and his wife was just the sweetest lady, and I had quite a conversation with her.
Right.
And just a real sweetheart, and just two of the nice people. I believe that's Dan the Man, right? Northeast Wrestling superstar Dan the Man in the tag match here.
It was the tag team match.
That's correct.
Right.
But you know, again, these are just highlights. So I mean, the jump cuts are there just to give you the high spots of the matches. But we do have the entire card, and we have Jay Ice to thank for
Definitely. Jay Ice was a very colorful guest on this program.
Yes, yeah, and as well as the corrector.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't really a guest. He kind of just
just kind of ran in. But
kind of just walked in the door.
there's a
I don't know
nice
how
spot
that
right there.
happened.
I think that was the spot of the night, and that should have ended the match. But the match continued. But yeah, that was the spot of the night. And no offense to anybody else on the card, but that was something that you really don't see too often.
Beautiful.
And
There
there's
he is. Superfly.
Superfly himself.
Is that Jason Knight?
No, Jason Knight, we didn't include in this footage for other reasons. But this is Jimmy Snuka, and you're going to see him with the finish of the match right here. No, not quite the top rope, but hey, at nearly 72 years old.
You know, you got to give him credit for just even being in there.
Yeah. I hope I'm this agile at 72. There it is. There's the Snuka splash. And there it is. And here's the casket match. You actually assisted in carrying this casket out.
Yeah, that's my first casket.
The Polar Bearers,
Paula Bearer.
let's call them. This is Iron Eagle and a guy goes by the name of Plasma.
Tim O'Dell versus Iron Eagle.
Okay.
So you can handle the names because I don't remember names at all. I'm lucky I remember my name.
You remember my name, right?
'Cause I'm called
You
so
always
many-
remember my name because I'm the one that, you know.
But, you know, I'm called so many things
Right.
by so many people.
Right.
Some of them good, and well,
Most of them are negative and
I get the
anti-Semitic,
Facebook messages about you all the time.
It's funny because, you know, it shows that people are watching, and I appreciate it.
Right.
You know, any publicity is good publicity.
Even
so,
if it's bad or good, whatever.
yeah, hey, keep watching. I love it.
well, I mean, what are you going to watch on TV? You either got us or you got a circus. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not too fond of clowns.
Or sideshows, animal acts.
Some people just can't get it right, you know? It's a shame.
There it is. There's the casket.
There's the casket going over there.
Little difficulty getting the casket closed. But,
He's back up
popped
again.
out! Now, this is something I've never seen on the indie scene. I don't know, have you seen it?
A casket match?
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever seen it.
Yeah. I mean, as we reported before, I mean, this match had everything and the kitchen sink, which you'll see.
Yeah.
Right? They even brought out the kitchen sink. And Aubrey brought out the stop sign, but there was no stopping. You took a nice bump there. I mean, I was really impressed.
Yeah. Freaking the corrector little coward.
But yeah, we had such a wonderful time.
Right.
And I can't wait for J.I.'s to put on another show.
I know.
But
This company's primarily out of New Jersey.
yeah.
Right.
What exit?
Several.
Last time I was in Jersey, I went to visit Kevin Smith's comic book store.
Mm-hmm.
As made famous by the TV show Comic Book Man. And I made quite a haul, actually.
Look at that.
As you said, it was a good show, and there was a pleasure meeting Mr. Snuka, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, and he indeed chose to stay by us the entire
Right.
evening.
Yeah.
The entire evening.
Well, you know what? When you're nice to people, they're nice to you back.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, at the end of the evening, I was about 6-8 feet away, walking in the opposite direction, and he actually came over to me himself instead of me approaching him.
Yeah.
He took the time to come up to me and introduce and shake hands, and I thought that was very cool.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. I mean, this is a guy that could have easily been a world champion himself, and
He was the first ECW champion.
he was the first ECW champion.
correct.
I'm talking about WWF.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, back in that era, I mean, obviously Hogan, was holding the belt for the longest time, and like Piper didn't need a belt. Snuka was over enough. He didn't need the belt. He didn't need a prop. I mean, he was so popular.
Here we have, this is Jay Ice in the ring with his manager.
I think I see somebody we know.
Right. Former guest of the show.
And current guest of the show. Right. Oh, he's kind of hiding from behind the post right there.
Yeah, he's back there.
And the Icettes.
The Icettes. All of them.
Kind of like Tina Turner and Ike Turner with the Ikettes.
Right.
And the Raylettes. Jay Ice is like, all right, let's just get this started here.
Right. That is this pretty good hardcore match right there.
Yes, yes. And the gentleman getting out of the ring was actually from News Channel 12.
Out of Connecticut.
Yes, out of Connecticut. And several of our alumni from this show are currently at News Channel 12.
Right.
If you see our wall of fame right outside the studio here.
Oh my God. That Titantron back there, every time you went to hit, it goes pow, wham.
Yeah, personal friend of ours, Rich, did the screen work, and he also puts on laser shows. And unfortunately, due to the structure of this building, was not able to put on his lasers. But he not only does events like this, but he has done laser shows at the planetarium set to the music of Pink Floyd and Rush, and so you can go and listen to some classic rock and see some lasers, and maybe before the show, if you're a little inclined to alter your consciousness, maybe it would be a great night to see.
But the hardcore match continues on.
Yeah, so I mean, if you need screens, lights, lasers,
I'm back there someplace too.
Contact us.
Well, at least they didn't do that in our studio when they were here.
We thought they were going to.
I know.
And I hate to pat myself on the back, but you see my brilliant yellow shirt over there?
Oh yeah, here you are.
Oh yeah.
Waldo.
He sticks out.
Yeah.
There he is over there. You're next to a public access legend too. Bad News Bob.
Indeed, Bob.
He made it out to this historic event. Those girls still over there.
So what was going through your mind, Aubrey, while this was going on?
You know, I was in my professional state of mind. Just trying to oversee the match and hope that the corrector didn't win.
Well, Jay Ice is getting the best of him now.
Jay Ice is dominating the corrector. He's correcting the corrector.
Yeah.
Let's just say.
The corrector had quite the fan base to what would be on screen left. He had like 20, 30 people that were just absolutely crazy for him. Zonk, that was great. That was like the old Batman Adam West series.
Right.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't notice that while that was going on because I was busy running our merchandise table, which was overrun with business.
I actually heard like the sound effect though. I heard the little whing.
That's fantastic.
That's not something you see every day.
Yeah, it was amazing.
He's even beating himself in the head.
The number of people wanting to come up and to get the Squared Circle merchandise.
I know. We gotta arrange those tables more often. Look at that. He's just choking the life out of the corrector. They haven't been in the ring.
Not much, yeah.
Not really at all.
Yeah, what's a ring for?
I know. Because it's a hardcore match. They don't really use the ring.
Well, right now they're outside the Squared Circle. So.
Right. They could have had this as the last match, and they could have started taking down the ring as the match was going on, because they really didn't need it anymore.
Well, as it was, the last match was the cage match.
Right.
Which is per usual, because they took an intermission and set up the cage.
Right. It was interesting watching them assemble the cage, and it was also very interesting watching the cage get unassembled.
Get unassembled, yeah.
Jay Ice with the vicious chair shot to the corrector.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Jay Ice.
And here it comes.
And there she is.
And there she is.
Looking gorgeous as usual.
There she is. Now this.
The plunger.
The plunger.
Oh, Aubrey, what happened?
The corrector.
The corrector moves and you get attacked by a plunger.
I hope it was clean. I hope it wasn't like, just used after
Now you're all
show
bruised
was
up.
in the restroom.
No, it wasn't new. I still had a price tag on it.
Oh, took another bump.
Yeah.
Cool,
You know,
right
I
there.
saw the pictures of the bruises that you had. That was just incredible.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Give Aubrey credit though, she gets right back up to her feet.
I know.
Well, she had no choice but to get out of the way of these two
Can't take a third bump now.
hulking gentlemen. Finally, the jacket comes off. Now he's getting serious. And there's Marvos Marcus, manager, of course,
Of course.
taking care of business over there.
Oh, yeah.
So the visual effects on the screens and the lights and lasers and so forth, brought to you by Rich Evans. He does a realistic reenactment. I've been to some of his Renaissance fairs that he puts on, and he also puts on some fantastic Halloween shows where you can go and get Jesus scared out of you. Because some people like that, some people like to go get scared at Halloween time and walk through the woods and see all the different scenes. And
None of that stuff scares me.
I don't like
but Rich Evans puts on
Okay,
quite the production.
yeah, we see Aubrey, and there's the what did you call them before, the Skank Cats or?
What?
Oh my!
I did not call them
How does that song go? Because one of them looks really familiar, and I can't place where I've seen her before.
Okay, all right, gentlemen,
Don't put words in my mouth.
gentlemen,
I said they're irrelevant. That was it.
irrelevant.
I don't see them.
How's that song? Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Well. We thought the views and opinions of Mr. Dan Hoff not necessarily reflect those.
Send your opinions. I understand she got those shorts half off, though.
How many messages am I going to get now? Because
You know, Sonny is going to make a pornographic film.
Really?
God.
Nah,
No, that's the truth. She's in negotiations,
You know,
but
for a
the
42-year-old woman, she's not in her best shape, so I don't understand why.
No.
She would do
well,
that.
you know, the Octomom, after she had 8 kids, made a
Actor Mom
pornographic
still looked
film.
better. Her face was better than
Well,
Sonny.
I wasn't looking at her face.
And I would agree with you. The viewers of those programs often aren't looking at the face.
Right.
Well, I like to look at their hair and makeup.
I think you're watching it for a totally different reason.
Yeah, definitely.
Jay Ison, director. Classic hardcore.
But you can actually get her on Skype, though. She does post late night
Who's that?
calls. Sunny.
Sonny. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she had a post on her Facebook last week about it.
Oh, really?
Sunday.
How much does that cost?
I have no idea.
Not that I would want it. I don't.
I'll get you a gift card.
Oh, thank you. Because I don't pay for that kind of stuff. You know, my motto is, you know, if it's free, it's for me. If I gotta pay, take it away.
I like that word, free.
You could say it's a stereotype, but you know, frugal.
You'd love it in New Hampshire, live free or die.
Yeah, there you go.
Jay,
Aubrey helping out.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah. I was upset.
Yeah. I wouldn't have been happy
You're the
about
only
that.
one
either.
actually doing anything in this match.
I'm the only female trained to do anything.
There we are. Yeah, I broke that news by accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I know, you smacked me around after. Well, you showed me how much training you had. You smacked me around the ring a few times. But that's okay.
Okay. Let the world know that I'm trained.
That's right.
By the best at In Your Face Wrestling Academy in Toronto.
And we're going to get an invitation. Oh, there it is. Ain't no stopping Aubrey.
Nope.
It was pretty heavy. So.
The unstoppable Aubrey.
There we are. See, you're actually in the mix, and the other people are just standing around. There it is.
There's the
And
kitchen
there's-
sink.
You know, they say everything but the kitchen sink. Well, they gave you everything and the kitchen sink. I really thought he was going to get caught up with this. He catches him with the edge of it. I really thought he was going to, you know, I thought he was going to blade or get caught anyway.
No.
I was surprised.
Right down to the
He got cut earlier.
He doesn't look like he's moving now.
I couldn't believe it. Barely had to cover the gentleman.
No.
But there it is.
That was the end.
How many of us have a bill collector that we'd like to do that to, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Bill collector. Hey, at least we pay our bills. If you go onto the Maryland judicial system, you can find the people that don't pay their bills.
Yeah.
Cage match was definitely incredible.
And yeah,
Right.
former
This
guest.
wasn't a very long cage match.
Yeah, there was a.
You probably see why.
Yeah, well, they
right
lost.
there.
Well, there it is. So they
There's
lost.
the start. Yeah.
Yeah, this cage here, I like the quality zip ties on it.
Yeah.
Just Incredible in there. ECW original.
Yes. Yes. And we've interviewed him on the show before.
Right.
And I got to share a few minutes with Just Incredible prior to this.
Yeah. Actually, Jacob was in the ring with Just Incredible over at PWA. And Just Incredible's son was training there as well.
Wow.
And Jacob got to work with Just Incredible's son. Yeah, nice young gentleman. And
That's awesome. So
yeah.
his son's in the youth program as well.
No, he
Or
was
just happened
he
to
was
be
guest. Yeah, he's doing a little guest spot. And so Just Incredible was in there teaching his son and Jacob and the other youths some spots. And we couldn't have been more proud and thankful to to Just Incredible.
And from my understanding, this year is supposed to be Just Incredible's last go-round.
You know, never say never. But
He's probably one of those. They says that all the time, and then
yeah. Well, you know,
it's the love of the business.
As I spoke to Bulldog, literally the day before this match, he was not sure that he was going to go back in the ring, and it was very trepidatious. And
right.
you know, I kind of encouraged him, like, you know, man, just
do it.
Do it. You know,
Get it
why
out of
not?
your system. You know you want to do it.
But he was glad he did it. You know, I spoke to him after. We interviewed him on camera, and I had some private time with him after, and I actually spoke to him the next day as well. And you know, he was glad he did it, but you know, he misses the people that weren't there. And anybody that knows him knows who, you know, the friends that he's talking about that are no longer with us. And unfortunately, that's how life is sometimes.
Right.
You know, we lose some friends sooner than we'd like to.
They're telling me in the back we have about 2 minutes left of footage.
Yep.
We'll ride the footage train out here.
Yeah.
But you'll be seeing more high-quality, high-depth footage coming up on this program in the weeks and months to come.
Yeah.
Only you're on
the Sqared, the award-winning Sqared. Where is the award?
It's in safekeeping. That's okay.
Okay.
It's in safekeeping.
Sure.
There.
Ooh, look at the cage.
Quality
Look at
cage.
Epic fail.
There we go. Hey, you know what? These guys are working so hard that
Right.
you know, they broke the cage. Yeah, tear
Literally.
down the house. But yeah, this was the final match of the evening, and the crowd, I mean, after more than an hour, were just rabid for this. You know, and like we said, you know, you saw a Royal Rumble style match, we saw the casket match, we see the cage match, we see the street fight. You know, everything, and the kitchen sink. It was just, you know, I couldn't have asked for more. You know, you had WWF superstar and Hall of Famer Jimmy Snuka, and it was just a great night. And thank you, Aubrey, for being there with us and helping us with this. And of course, you'll have a copy of this.
Absolutely.
After the show.
Right. So, the promoter campaign, once again, very, very successful.
Yes.
It's going strong. It's coming along. We got, what else do we have coming up? We have May 31st next Saturday night.
May 30th.
May 30th. May 30th is Saturday. The 31st is
yes,
Sunday.
PWA, the tournament for the Ecuador title, and the chance to go to Ecuador and unite the titles. So PWA Ecuador, PWA Connecticut. I believe the winner gets a trip to Ecuador to unite the two belts. So it should be interesting.
It's going to be an amazing opportunity for whoever comes out victorious in this.
Yeah.
And we'll be in attendance there.
And also on that card is the #1 contender for there's some belt involved. What's the name of that belt?
The Sqared circle.
You can't even get it right. Oh! That's it.
She's still dizzy from that,
Yeah,
that
from
bump.
the
Right.
What is the Sqared
the
circle television?
PWA Sqared Circle television title, the #1 contender match. Thank you. Am I the only one that can say it right? Thank you. Thank you.
And then, so that'll happen May 30th.
Yes.
And then June 20th, they will be in Bristol, Connecticut.
Bristol, Connecticut. Yes, and Amazing Red will be fighting for that
PWA Sqared Circle Television Championship.
That's right.
And the Amazing Red, a former TNA, former X Division title holder, so that shows you the prestige of the PWA Sqared Circle Television title.
Yeah, there we go.
All over.
Thank you, thank you. Amazing Red is a phenomenal competitor. X Division, which we'll talk about TNA in a few minutes, but X Division is definitely one of the highlights of the TNA programming. After WWE got rid of the high flyers, the Eddie Guerreros and Chris Benoit,
The Juventud.
Yes, right, and and those those mid-sized guys, the X Division really took over,
right,
and highlighted the high-flying athleticism.
I think it's an honor that the Amazing Red is going to be fighting.
Absolutely.
For the PWA Squared Circle Television Championship.
That's correct.
But in addition to June 20th, PWA in Bristol, for those that might want to try something different, up in South Hadley, Massachusetts is Pioneer Valley Pro Wrestling.
Yes.
They're going to have the rematch for the tag team championship we saw up at Sqared at Springfest.
And I understand we're going to be on the scene for the rematch?
We might. It's a possibility. I can't really confirm or deny anything.
If you don't get lost.
Right.
But I just got breaking news. We just got a text right before we went on the air. Former guest Marissa Messer.
Balenkia.
Thank you, because I can't pronounce it. Of course, she's the New England Golden Gloves women's champion, but she is going to make her amateur MMA debut. Of course, she trains over at Ultimate MMA here in North Haven with Andrew Calendar.
Right.
And Friday, June 29th, for Reality Fighting at Mohegan Sun Arena, right, you're going to see Marissa, right, make her MMA debut. And I can't tell you how excited I am, because you heard her say, and Andrew Calandrelli say on this show, that she wants to go into the UFC and challenge Ronda Rousey for the UFC women's title. And
That's a big goal.
You saw her here first. Right. Now she's going to be on Reality Fighting Friday, June 19th at the Mohegan Sun Arena. For tickets, you can call her at 203-980-7213.
And speaking of our good friend Andrew Calendretti,
yes,
I believe he's also going to be on the card.
Not that night. I don't believe so. He's going to be on Friday, July 17th at Mohegan Sun Arena.
All right, I stand
believe
corrected.
that's what you're. Right. He's going to be on the Bellator MMA card on Spike Television. Live on Spike TV, Andrew Calendrelli is going to be fighting a soon-to-be-announced competitor Friday, July 17th, also at Mohegan Sun Arena here in Uncasville, Connecticut. So, you've got former guests here going on Spike Television. So you can't get any better. And Andrew Calendrelli, you have not seen on any other wrestling show in Connecticut.
Definitely not.
Right. That's why you haven't seen him on any other.
One more date, and then we'll get to the mainstream stuff. June 13th, I believe it's the Clarion Hotel in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Yes.
For what it used to be called NEFW, promoted by Eric Newton.
Yes.
Now it's Revival Pro Wrestling.
Yes.
Maybe I have to give my old friend Eric a call.
Yes.
See what happens.
Well, get on that, sir.
Yeah. So we'll definitely have more about it. The Promote It campaign. Got to get excited about it. Case in point. This show did not exist yet, but I was on that old show, The Top Rope.
Yes.
Case in point.
Oh, here we go.
Did an interview. I did an interview at Wrestle Jam with a woman that was going by the name of Mercedes KV.
Yes.
And do you know who Mercedes KV, fast forward 4 years ago, is now?
Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks.
Did I blow the...
Do you know what title Sasha Banks holds?
The PWA Squared?
No. The NXT Women's Championship.
Yes.
So
she was standing next to Hollywood J one day, and now she's the NXT Women's Champion.
Right, exactly.
So, you know what?
Is that a coincidence?
No, no, not at all. Not at all. People that are on the show go on to greatness.
Or, you know, that I interview.
Right.
Right.
You know? So, you know, it's from here. I mean, you know, as we said before, if you look at our Wall of Fame, it speaks for itself.
You never know who you're going to run into. You never know with these it's independent wrestling who's going to end up with an NXT contract.
Well, I'll tell you,
with an Ohio Valley contract.
I'll tell you, you know, they'd be foolish not to sign Aubrey.
Right.
You know, now that she's got her career rolling.
Right.
And, they'd be foolish to sign some other people. But
I mean, the Squared Circle is truly the show, the place to be, and Aubrey is the next big thing.
Right.
As Hollywood Shirt says.
yes.
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 Yes. So last night we had the final Raw at the Nassau Coliseum.
Yeah, you
Very
know.
historic moment, very historic venue for the WWE.
Yeah, I was there a couple of years ago with the boys to see Kiss at the Nassau Coliseum.
Right.
And, you know, a couple of nice Jewish fellas, those guys in Kiss. Gotta love them.
Gotta love them.
Gotta love them. But, yeah, Nassau Coliseum, it's a shame it's going to go. I mean, you know, they have the hockey team, you know, the college is right there, too.
Right.
And, you know, so, I mean, the college students are going to miss out. People on Long Island are going to miss out. But hopefully...
Are they going to replace it with anything, or it's just going?
Yeah, I'm hoping that they can bring something, you know, into that town. You know, because I believe is it Amherst College is right there?
Right.
And Amherst, the students there used to actually broadcast the Islanders games. So, Islanders, right?
Right.
I'm not a hockey guy, but
No.
the hockey team that was there.
Right.
But
It did
Yeah, the
play an
Islanders,
important role in WWE history.
Yes.
It was the site of one of the sites of WrestleMania 2.
Islanders, Hofstra, not Amherst.
Right.
Amherst is Massachusetts, my bad.
One of the sites of WrestleMania 2 was the Nassau Coliseum. Also, it was, I believe, the first Saturday night's main event was there.
Yes, that is correct.
Right. As well as during the Attitude Era, during the rivalry between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Mr. McMahon. That is the arena in which Stone Cold Steve Austin filled Mr. McMahon's sports car up with cement.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All happened at the Nassau Coliseum.
Yeah, so, you know what? We had the wrestling mecca here in Connecticut. That was the New Haven Coliseum,
Right.
And that's where Howard Finkel got his start. It was the New Haven Arena prior to them changing it to the Coliseum.
Right.
But Howard Finkel actually was an usher in the New Haven Arena when he met the people from the WWF back in the day. And Finkel is now the longest tenured employee of that company.
Right.
He's been there longer than anyone else that's ever been employed by the WWF or its predecessor, the WWF.
All right.
So, you know, he got to start at the now defunct in parking lot.
Yeah, the
that
parking
was
lot.
yeah, the New Haven Coliseum.
It's a good place to park if you want to hop on the train.
Yeah.
Right. I know that. It's
But,
sad.
yeah, it's sad to see
Yeah.
that go. And you know,
Right.
again, Nassau Coliseum is no longer. And you know, these places that hold so much history. You know, and especially for the wrestling fans. And you know, I mean, also, you know, the New Haven Coliseum. I went there as a kid. I saw Aerosmith. I saw Rush. I saw Kiss. I saw, you know, Jethro Tull. I mean, it's just, you know. And the memories.
Did they have the monster truck there?
Yeah, they had the monster trucks there, Harlem Globetrotters. They had the Nighthawks. PBS runs Last Days in the Coliseum, and it's a wonderful documentary that shot in HD, by the way. And it's just fantastic to see, you know, the history of that building, and hopefully somebody does something similar to that for the Nassau Coliseum, because the history there. You know, of not just wrestling, but, you know, all the other events and, you know, the hockey games.
Well, I like for New Haven to go to Coliseum. I want some wrestling.
Want to see something rise again? There's got to be somewhere they could put something.
Yeah, I was there at the last card that was held at the New Haven Coliseum.
Right.
Used to watch the wrestlers in the matches inside, and then as a fan, you'd sneak off to outside in the back and catch them as they were coming out?
Oh yeah, many a day. I was on the side of the around the side there and met Aubrey the Giant. I met Snuka when I was a kid. He didn't remember me though, but
yeah, I actually for a while had the top to Jake the Snake's beer cooler as it came out.
Oh, wow.
Had that in my wrestling collectibles.
Well, speaking of Jake the Snake and beer coolers.
But as you say, PBS does use HD cameras, like we use HD cameras.
Correct.
Right.
PBS has features high quality programs. Like this is a high quality program.
Right.
There we are.
Very very rarely, John, have I seen on PBS cell phone footage.
Right.
No, never. That's,
No, you're not going to see that.
we got the Elimination Chamber coming up Sunday too.
Yes. Yeah.
It's different this time around because instead of having the title match, the main title match in the chamber, we got a tag team title match defended in the chamber,
Yes.
and the vacated Intercontinental title will be in the chamber. But the thing, more importantly, that everybody's talking about for Elimination Chamber is a one-on-one encounter between John Cena and the NXT champion Kevin Owens.
Yes. Yes.
So we'll just start with that one right there. What do you see happening with that? Because that's, I mean, they want to bring him in, and they're putting him up against Cena right off the bat. Is that necessarily a good idea? That's what I'm wondering.
I'm hoping that Kevin Owens wins.
Right.
All right. It's kind of silly to build him up and then have Cena just knock him down again.
Yeah.
Which we've seen happen too many times.
Many.
But if he does not defeat Cena, I hope he makes a good show of it, so
Right.
that he loses just by a hair of his chinny chin chin. But I'd like to see him at least come out and put on a strong performance. Right?
Definitely. And speaking of him, Owens,
Yeah.
ROH is releasing their first set of figures, 4 action figures, and one of them is Kevin Steen.
Oh,
Steen.
nice.
The Briscoes and Adam Cole.
Right.
That's our next step. So we got to get an Aubrey action figure.
An Aubrey action figure. For those that don't know who Kevin Owens is, I have pulled up his Wikipedia here. Kevin McAllister Steen is a Canadian professional wrestler currently signed to WWE, where he works in the developmental territory of NXT under the ring name Kevin Owens. That's obvious. He's also known for his work in Ring of Honor. For those that might not really be too familiar with the Ring of Honor product, he's a former world champion and world tag team champion in Ring of Honor. He's also worked the independent scene, most notably Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, where he is a former 3-time holder of both the PWG World Championship and PWG World Tag Team Championship. So he's been around the world, but just like he said.
All right. Well, first of all, that word gorilla. How does that make you feel? Because that's close to monkey.
I'm just reading off Wikipedia.
Okay, because we know how you feel about monkey, bro.
What monkey? The monkey in my car?
No, there's a certain monkey that I hear is still looking for you.
But getting back to the Elimination Chamber, this I believe will be the first pay-per-view event available exclusively on the WWE network. They're not going to have the traditional pay-per-view
for this
like
at all.
cable or Dish Network or anything. The only way to see Elimination Chamber is on the WWE.
So it's actually not a pay-per-view
network, right? Well,
when
you
you
have to
stop
pay
to
for
think about it. Why even
we
call
don't
it
pay for the
PPV
network
anymore?
Right. Yeah, but I mean, it's an exclusive to the WWE network, and it's a push to get more subscribers.
Right.
And
So he's currently the current NXT champion, and in NXT we saw the debut this past Wednesday night of Samoa Joe. For those that didn't catch it on the network,
right.
Catch their actual what we would call a pay-per-view, but it was exclusively on the network.
Right.
Takeover. Samoa Joe came out at the end. Came out using the name Samoa Joe, which also surprised me.
Yeah.
So where do you see him going with his new association with the WWE, NXT?
You want to surmise?
He's not a rookie, and you know he's very seasoned guy. And from what I hear, he has the very own exclusive contract where he makes his dates. You know, he's not signed to a WWE contract. He's doing dates only.
Really?
And
so
he's the first one that's
almost on a handshake.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, and he's allowed to do other promotions.
Dan, you know something about that I caught this myself earlier today.
Right, on June 20th, Ring of Honor has announced that AJ Styles and Samoa Joe will be taking on The Addiction, otherwise known as Christopher Daniels, and Frankie Kazarian is booked for the June 20th show, which is Aftershock, which is a national TV taping. And Samoa Joe can do this because his deal with the WWE allows him to work indie shows.
Yeah, and that's going to be not too far from here, Terminal 5 in New York. We had some representatives on hand a few months ago at the television taping at Terminal 5, and we had some results come in as it was happening. Yeah, and maybe we can get down there again. Terminal 5 is on the river in New York, so it's interesting. It's a nice little venue, so kind of intimate, not quite. You know,
they always have that baseball stadium as they go to during the summer too.
Yeah, we're going to hit that up. You know, we're going to hit that up again.
We'll be there again.
So. Yankee Stadium?
No,
not quite.
No,
maybe one day.
Coney Island.
Island.
Yeah, we're going to hit Coney Island this year because that's a lot of fun. You know, it's a great day. You know, you go on you have to go on the cycle, and you got to go and hit Nathan's, the original Nathan's, which has been there 100 years. 100 years of all beef hot dogs and adult beverages.
Of course.
So, and then you go to the ballpark and you see some wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what could be better?
Right.
You know, you walk down the boardwalk during the day, you see the honeys on the beach. You know, yeah.
Okay, Dan.
And of course, Jay is our adult beverage aficionado. So
yes.
I'm the official adult beverage taste tester at the Squared Circle.
You know, there's another adult beverage taste tester, and his name is Scott Hall. Apparently, he was at Jeff Jarrett's Global Force Wrestling, and now he's been removed from the roster because he was escorted out of a recent event due to being intoxicated.
Oh boy, here we go again.
You know, it's really a shame that this gentleman, Scott Hall, just keeps having relapse after relapse, and you go
to the bar after the wrestling event, not before.
Well, he shouldn't be going to the bar at all.
Right. Well, him, yeah.
Right, especially when Mr. Hall's history.
Right.
Diamond Dallas Page has put so much time and effort and energy into rehabilitating him, and so far with Jake the Snake, it's worked.
Right.
And Jake the Snake has remained on the straight and narrow, but
Scott Hall just.
It's just. It's just a disease.
Yeah. Well, it is a disease, and there's so many people out there who struggle with that disease. And if somebody's watching our program, get your help.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan. I'll put you on the spot with this.
Boy.
It's the latest stuff about TNA. Things going on. What do you make of it? I mean, I know what I kind of make of it, but I want to hear you.
Well, I suppose it's G-rated, so I have to hold back a little bit first of all.
Yeah.
But Dave Meltzer, however you pronounce his name properly, was floating a rumor last week that TNA was going out of business. Destination America was pulling out the contract, pulling out their contract early, that they were going. It's everything I can pull from my research. It's 100% BS.
Because I would
put
think
it like that.
A contract is a contract.
Right. Indeed, a contract is a contract.
Right.
As a matter of fact, they have some big things coming up. On Wednesday, June 24th, they're going to be doing a live Impact Wrestling. I know our good friend Bell, who watches the show and is our super fan, is going to be tuning in that night. Starting Wednesday, June 3rd at 9 o'clock, TNA will be shifting to their new permanent home on Wednesday, 9 o'clock on June 3rd, which will get them a larger audience, I feel, because a lot of people go out on Friday night.
Right.
They want to go out socializing or whatever.
And do things.
During the midweek, there's not much going on, so they're home, so the audience will grow.
Well, Thursday, from my end, you know, because I sometimes go out, but Thursdays is kind of nice, you know, so you get good drinks at a lower price, so you know, nobody wants to be home on Thursday night.
But this would be did I say Thursday? This is actually would be Wednesday.
No, so that's why it's good, because Thursdays nobody's home, Fridays nobody's home.
Right.
So Wednesday is perfect.
Yeah, so Wednesday's a great night. It's the middle of the week. There's not much on TV.
No.
Right.
So it'd be a perfect night for wrestling.
Right.
Definitely.
And as I said earlier, I think we being wrestling fans, any fan of wrestling, whether it be Ring of Honor, TNA, WWE,
or Lucha Underground.
Lucha Underground.
Lucha Underground, which I've watched, I enjoy. Haven't been able to catch it in a little while because I'm busy doing my landscaping and so forth.
Oh, of course. We'll go down landscaper here.
But
Yes.
I think we as wrestling fans would be more than happy to tune in for half an hour and watch any product. Any wrestling product is going to have its strengths and weaknesses, but as wrestling fans, we should support the wrestling product in general.
I agree. You said that Dave Meltzer had that rumor out there, and then Destination America was going to pull the plug, and I was following that intently, and not too long before that, they announced that Billy Corgan signed on.
I know. This was like 2 weeks before all that.
Billy Corgan signed on with TNA, and of course he ran a wrestling promotion of his own in Chicago, and he is number one a huge wrestling fan. Number two, a very good businessman. He's run the Smashing Pumpkins from a small indie band all the way into worldwide success, and has had several members of the Smashing Pumpkins come into the band and go on to large success after leaving the Smashing Pumpkins.
Right.
So if anybody knows business,
it's Billy Corgan.
It's Billy Corgan. If anybody knows how to promote, it's Billy Corgan, because he definitely knew how to promote his band. I mean, if you watch the music videos that the Smashing Pumpkins were involved with, they're all innovative. He was always one step ahead of that crowd of that mid '90s, alternative, I guess, music. So, Corgan being involved in this, it wasn't going to take a nosedive right after he signed up.
Right.
So it was really suspect that where Meltzer was getting this information from. So it's good to see that, hopefully, from what Destination America has been putting out there, that they're behind this product, that they haven't canceled it, and Billy Corgan is getting some really positive feedback, not only from Destination America, but Kurt Angle. There was a nice article. Interview with Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle is looking forward and positive to Billy Corgan's involvement with TNA. So I really think that TNA has a decent future. Hopefully, because any competition is good.
Right.
Of course, and they have people that WWE doesn't use properly, so we can still see somewhere else.
Yeah, and your girl's still there, no? Gail Kim?
Of course.
Right, and the Destination America for the transition from Friday nights to Wednesday night is going back into the heavy promotion field to make sure the fans know it's on Wednesday night. Starting on June 3rd, some of the matches you're going to see. The midweek knockout premiere will kick off with stellar matches showcasing America's favorite wrestlers. The tag teams will head-to-head epic battles with the Wolves and the Dirty Heels competing in a match 3 of the best 5 series. And when you're talking the American Wolves and the Dirty Heels, you're talking 2 great teams.
Definitely.
They'll continue their best of 5. The Rising and the Beatdown Club are at a war, battling out in the 6-man tag team matchup. The TNA World Champion Kurt Angle will compete in the main event title. And the Knockouts will be in an action featuring the Dollhouse and Brooke. Jay, what's your opinion on the Dollhouse?
Kind of like the Dollhouse.
Well, I've heard you play with dollhouses.
You said it before I could, Dan. That was my line.
Me
you
and
stole my
was
line.
a great competitor on the indie scene, now known as Jade, and both of those girls were great on the indies.
Man.
Marty Bell and Jade.
Yeah, Marty Bell. I like Marty Bell. I don't know who the other girl is.
We're running out of time, but not too far from here.
Right.
Hall of Famer, WWF Hall of Famer.
Just getting to that, yeah.
Yeah, Larry Zbyszko is going to be in Wallingford. He's going to do autograph signing, taking pictures, meet and greet at First Base Sports Cards and Memorabilia, and also at M&J Video Games and Collectibles. I believe M&J has merged with this First Base Sports Cards.
Right.
And that's at 38 Center Street in Wallingford. And you can get all the information for that at 860-756-6522.
Definitely have to give that number a call.
You know, and if you look at our Facebook page, the Hall of Famers love the Squared Circle.
Definitely.
You can see at least half a dozen Hall of Famers in pictures with the cast and crew.
I don't imagine Larry Zbyszko would be any different.
No. So
exactly.
we'll have to get our cameras over there and get with Larry Zbyszko.
Right.
And I believe this, John, this 38 Center Street, where the autograph signing is going to be taking place with Larry Zbyszko, is not too far from our sponsor, American Steamed.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely. It's
American Steamed is 92 Quinnipiac Street.
Yes.
Right
there it is.
So
and,
maybe after people go and visit Larry Land, they can stop in and
we might have to bring Larry a steamed cheeseburger from our sponsor. I'm sure the mayor, Tom Dacey, the mayor of American Steamed, would gladly bring him over a burger or two.
Definitely. Before I wrap it up, though, I want to just one more thing I want to pass along. Brantford Breweries, June 21st. Myself will be involved in that. But in addition, you can join the rest of the Squared Circle in Good News Now, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Stop and Shop over here on Washington Avenue, and collecting much-needed, non-perishable food supplies for the North Haven Food Bank.
And that's on Father's Day.
Right, exactly.
June 21st.
Right. So, Dan, thank you very much for organizing that.
Oh, you're more than welcome. We here at the Squared Circle take pride in giving back to our community.
Right, exactly.
And we won't eat that food on the air.
We won't.
Aubrey, thank you very much for being with us. You have anything coming up?
No, I'm just training, training and getting ready.
We're going to have to get out there and film a training montage.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God.
Unstoppable Aubrey.
Hold everything. That water.
What about the water?
Does it contain fluoride, Jay?
Oh, God.
I don't know.
We're going to have to contact Damien Darko.
We'll contact Damien Darko, have him get right on it.
Indeed, because as I was leaving my palatial estate and getting into the executive limo, I had a bottle of water, and there was an helicopter flying over top of us.
I don't know.
So they are watching. Aubrey, my friend.
I don't know. Dan, well, I'll have to take you out or something. I don't know. I'm Hollywood Jay. Good night and good luck. We'll see you next Tuesday.